Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons and I'm already convinced that this is a bad idea, but whatever. Now, I'm not going to claim to be a Minecraft YouTuber or a YouTube Minecrafter or whatever it is that you call it. I just play Minecraft in my spare time every now and then because it's therapeutic. Anyway, yeah, I don't even bother with survival mode, I just do creative because I'm a creative person. And in case it wasn't obvious, this is a replica of my university room. Like, this is where I live, but in Minecraft form, kind of. That's a bookshelf, and I have my chest of flags on top of it, and that's supposed to be a wardrobe, but you get the idea. And also, that's supposed to be a spinny chair. The bed's a bit bigger, but, Minecraft limitations. But, I don't know, it's fairly accurate, I think. Like if you'd see a side-by-side comparison of this room and the room that I'm actually in real life here and now, I think it's close enough. I mean, the view out the window isn't quite the same, though. This is the flat world that I use for building stuff when I have ideas for stuff. I have a separate world that was a properly generated terrain, but I'll do that in a different episode, because I have several episodes to fill of this. So these are things that I built on a whim, but, one thing at a time. And I did update it with when 1.8 happened, they added in some new doors and materials like this floor here, so I built the bathroom and I updated everything in my worlds with the doors, because I love the doors. Because, up until this point, there was only one type of door, and then they've added new ones, and it's bleh, I can't even words, but yeah. My bathroom kind of looks like that. That's supposed to be the shower. It's one of those ones where IRL, it's one of those glass cases where you get into it, you have your shower, then you open the shower door to get out, and all the warm air rushes out, all the cold air rushes in, and you just die of death because it gets cold very quickly. Now, down there is where the other two flats are and the way out and stuff, but I couldn't be asked building that because, I mean, come on, my room is the only thing that counts. But then I put the way into the kitchen as well. So I was going to build the kitchen, so I had to, put in my next door neighbour, who I think someone actually moved in today, but I'm not sure about that. But there's flat D next to mine, and I've just put black clay in there just to represent, there's something in there, but meh. It's supposed to represent just general blackness and the absence of things. Anyway, couldn't be asked building a kitchen, so free fall, yay! Nearly fell out of the world there because I built my house as well, like the house where I actually live most of the time, and I sort of dug a moat around it into the abyss, and then another moat around there with water, and then walls and things. So yes, this, right underneath my replica of my flat, and then there's that other thing up there that I built most recently, but that's not anything. But yes, I built a duplicate of my house, and all the doors have, all the doors are iron doors, so there's no getting in without a button or something, but, yeah, I'm in creative mode, I might as well just spawn one in. Bleh. But yes, I built a replica of my house. I mean, the front bit isn't really all accurate, and apparently while I've been this bit, I think it protrudes more or something, I don't know. Again, it's just a rough copy of the actual thing. Anyway, this front porch thing, if I can button my way in, there we go. Apparently while I've been at university, this part of the ceiling collapsed, and so there's just insulation and fiberglass just everywhere here, and it got onto the shoes and the coats and decorative miscellanea and sound effects. And yeah, I'm hoping it's all salvageable. I don't know, I will see it when I come home for the winter Breakingtons. Anyway, this just brings back memories, both of when I built it and because it's where I live. We have a coat rack there, and a thing here that one of the cats likes to hide under. The cat I refer to was Trixie Belle White Star Wawa Skittletits, along with Moley Cyrus and Meredith. And it's actually Meredith's voice that inspired Kalemvir's voice, so there's a bit of trivia there. And this is the living room, just like in real life, although, we have a coffee table that's kind of made of glass, sort of, but, not as blatant as this. It's not an actual just lump of glass. And then that's the best I could do to reproduce a TV, and there's a fireplace that I don't think it actually can catch fire, but I think you can see there, I hid a lever in the back there, so I'll just flip that, and you can hear some redstone happening in the distance. For the unenlightened, redstone is this game's electricity sort of thing. Now, they don't do half-size blocks of wool, otherwise I would use that here, but it represents a poof or an ottoman or one of those footstool things. I usually sit here, and then the parents sit over there, and I have my feet on this thing, which we also use like a mini table, but it's a foot thing. And usually Moley Cyrus sits on the arm of the chair here, and, well, let's not go into why he's called Moley Cyrus, but let's just say he's all tongue and twerk, and then there's a computer here, because that's where the mother does her computer things, and then there's stuff, most descriptive description in the world. And then went to the back part of the house, which I like to call the other bit. Like, we just agreed to call it the other bit. There's a bit down here where Skittletits sometimes hides, and actually Meredith spent some time down there as well. Now, there's a TV here facing at a weird angle, and that's the best I could do to replicate that. And this we use as a dining room. There's stuff, sometimes the ceiling up there leaks, I think it's because of the skylight window thing, I don't know. I remember having a discussion with the mother about there's a language called Iron, or it's spelled the same as the English word iron, but they use the Cyrillic alphabet. I don't even know. I remember having a discussion about that while the ceiling was leaking, and then... bleh, coughs. This is the dinner table. If I remember rightly, because it's been a while, I think I sit here, the mother sits here, these are supposed to be chairs, but whatever, and then the father sits here somewhere. I don't remember, it's been a while since I've had dinner with my family. And then this is the bit that earned the title The Other Bit, because, I mean, what even is this bit? There's just an extension of the house, so it goes out as far as the dining room, but on the other side, I don't really know. Like, there's a cupboard there where we keep stuff, and there's more bookshelves here, and a fridge. That's how I fridge in Minecraft. Also, some porch doors that lead out into the garden, but I couldn't be asked making a replica of the garden because it's a weird shape and size, goes down on multiple levels, and I just couldn't be asked making that, so I just stuck a couple of paintings behind some glass and called it a garden. Because I am just that lazy. And I very nearly made that another Katy Perry reference. Anyway, and here's the actual kitchen. There's stuff and things. It's supposed to be, sinks and washers and dryers and cookers and extractor fans, oh my, and various other things. There's a garage. I say garage because Britain. Didn't really put anything in there. It's just like I got rid of the button I had. Like, I could show you in there, but like just like in real life, there's not really anything in there. So there's this bit out here. Like, this is as far as I got with making a garden. We got the greenhouse. We got the water butt thing. But that's what a standard Minecraft door looks like, by the way, before they updated it. And then in here, there's just a bunch of random stuff. I couldn't really be bothered replicating it because who actually goes into the garage? Well, in my household, nobody. But there's a fridgy thing over there as well. So that's what that is. Damn it, button. I'm gonna have to clean up the whole map after this because I don't want random buttons lying around. There we go. And then that's it for the ground floor, the grand tour of my house. And you might recall that I flicked a lever before, and then, like, this is supposed to represent the cupboard under the stairs where Meredith keeps trying to shut Skittletits, and there's some random stuff in there. That was just to show that we keep stuff in there. And just to prove that that's what that lever behind the fireplace did, because totally that's how you access the cupboard under the stairs in my real life house. Just reach through the fireplace and flick a button and suddenly, it opens a cupboard under the stairs. Because in Minecraft, that means you can't open the chest because it's got no space to open, which makes a surprising amount of sense. Anyway, heading upstairs, there's a window here. Again, this view is not entirely accurate. We don't have a giant cube thing outside our house. If only. And we got the bathroom in here. I don't really know how to mimic a toilet, which is a very weird sentence I've ever spoken. The most strange, rather. And that's the best I can do in terms of glass that you can kind of sort of not really see through, because bathrooms, and we have a glass shower curtain for some reason, and a laundry bin of some description. There are things, and like this represents a cupboard that's in the wall, and it contains the water heater, I think, which, like, that is a common wall with my bedroom, which is this. So there's a water heater about here in the wall, which means that my bedroom gets really sodding hot sometimes. You might have heard in my in some of my older videos, I complain about not being able to concentrate because of how hot it is. Like, I believe when I was doing Rabbit Habitat in Spyro Adventure, like, I remember talking about that. So I have stuff, some chests here. Like the bed is so large and ungainly because I have a king-size bed in a relatively small room. This is a representative of how much space it takes up. And I have some sort of TV thing here, and bookcases and shelves and stuff. It's been a while, I don't fully remember. And I have a clock thing there. I actually forgot that I had that until just now. Like, I know I have a clock in my room, but like, I've been distracted by the clock that I have in my flat here because I got it for my 18th birthday, and I will treasure it always, because I had my eye on it for like 2 years, but it cost 60 something pounds. So I entered into an agreement with the parents, this is a parents' room by the way, that I would have it for my 18th birthday. 2 years passed, I got the thing for my birthday, whoop-de-doo, it's now my clock. There's some sort of stereo system over here and a window, and there's a whole load of wardrobes in here, like literally an entire wall of this room in real life is just wardrobes and stuff. Can't think of anything interesting to say about that. Again, a weirdly shaped and sized bed. That's another thing. And then back here we have the games room. We've always had a games room in our house, but like, game as in video game, like, this is all video games, this is all games consoles, because the father before me was a gamer, and then I follow in his footsteps by being a gamer myself. And that's like we have this TV set up where I believe the TV monitor actually came from an airport, like it's an airport TV as opposed to a commercial, like, it's a computer monitor as opposed to a TV, but it's fairly big and there's speakers and stuff and there's a bed. It's actually a futon. It used to be my bed, and then we got the stupidly big bed, and it's complicated and there are things. And then the last thing to show off with this house is the attic. Like, as far as I'm aware, none of us have been in the attic. And there. I had to set up a thing here because you see what I mean in a moment. I've set up this pressure plate so that it lets you jump super high, and it's not getting me through the thing in the ceiling. God damn it. Am I gonna have to... Whatever, the point is that there's that pressure plate, as well as opening the door to my room, which is an unintended side effect. It gives you some sort of jump boost so you can jump into the attic, because as far as I'm aware, no one's been into the attic of our house. Well, neither I nor the parents. So I don't know what's up there, and I don't know how you're even supposed to get up there, so I was just like, yeah, just fill the room with torches and glowstone and a carpet that looks vaguely like an ocean with little islands. Yeah, I have no idea what's up here, so that's my best guess. So I can't, like, usually that works first try, the whole jumping thing, and whatever. Anyway, one other thing that I want to show in here, apart from, we have a clear inventory thing, and a set thing today thing. I know, I just put that in for personal taste. It's not an actual thing that we have in my house. And then there are these random buttons, but this one pulls that back, and a thing that I've labelled emergency escape. It's a representative of my computer. Just ignore the background noises. Where am I going? Just generally outside. But yeah, it represents my computer because it's a gateway to another universe or something like that. I don't know. It helps me escape life because that's totally something I want to do, question mark. And then there's this thing. I don't think it works anymore. Back in the day, before they updated Minecraft 1.8, there was a daylight sensor at the bottom and a bunch of pistons moving things back and forth so it would detect daylight and then pull out the pistons, and then that would get rid of the daylight so it would turn the pistons off and back and forth. But they changed how daylight sensors work in this game now, so that doesn't work anymore, which is sad. And then over here I experimented with farm sizes and ended up building pyramids out of pumpkins and melons because that's just a very Tess thing to do, and I linked the two underwater for some reason. I don't know what was going through my head when I built that. I don't know how long this video is going to go on for, because I know my laptop actually freaks the F out whenever I try to play Minecraft, so... I think I was going to cover all this stuff over here in this video, but I think I'll wait until the next video to cover that. So for the moment I'll just go through the other stuff that's out here in the field. I was practicing some stuff with repeaters and command blocks and technical Minecraft stuff, just to build this rainbow bridge that appears and disappears, and then if you fuck it up then you fall and die and stuff. But then if you get to the edge here, you can stand on the same block as the chest, which has nothing in it. And there's no way of getting back, so yay, I can design things. Nearly died there. Such fun. There we go. So yeah, there's that. I don't. It just says no because I have no idea why I built it. There's this thing over here where I was trying to visualize something in 3D space, and this is kind of the result. It's a sort of cube thing. Like, I imagine if you had a whole load of these cubes, you could just stick them all together, and they have like stairs that work on any surface. Like you'd be able to stand in here and then just jump through, and then you get into another one that's identical. And I know what I mean in my head. Anyway, this thing I managed to glitch out so that the minecart is just moving perpetually and lighting up those lights and making noises, and I don't know why. These are things that my brain tells me to do, and I just do it blindly. Then there's this. This is the outside of the hub place that I showed a moment ago with the buttons that take you to places. Like, that's the intended spawn point of this world. You click a button, you go to the house or a couple of other places, or just generally outside. That's that, and that's another random thing. You know what? I think I might just have 3 episodes in this series where one is this one is the stuff that I mentioned before that's over there somewhere, and then a third one is just me showing off the rest of what's out here in this field area. I don't know. Anyway, I built a TNT cannon out of watermelons because, again, that's a very Tess thing to do. Whee! Like, it does kind of look like fun, but I can't see shit. Whoop, whoop, boing. And also slime blocks, because bouncing is fun. These are just things that I do. Like, because I'm into the more abstract stuff out here, I have fewer things to talk about, because I can't just say, oh, this is this in real life, or, oh, this one's why this. Like, this is just random shit that I do sometimes. So I think on that note, I will stop recording now, in case my computer freaks out, and I will do a tour of the other things in other episodes. I have no intention of becoming a Minecraft YouTube person. This is just me doing something in my spare time. So, I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons, and if you're watching this series, don't expect stuff like this too often. But yes, see you next time.